Hi there? Have you ever looked in the mirror one morning and thought, wow, when did I start looking so much older? Or maybe someone has made a comment, maybe jokingly, that made you realize you don't feel as vibrant or energetic as you used to? Trust me, you're not alone. Many of us hit our 60s, 70s, or beyond, and suddenly notice changes that make us wonder if we're doing something wrong. But here's the good news. It's never too late to turn things around. Studies suggest that aging isn't just about genetics, it's also about habits. The choices we make every day can either accelerate aging or help us look and feel younger than our years. For example, researchers at Harvard found that simple lifestyle changes like eating well, staying active, and managing stress can add decades to your health span, the number of years you live in good health. That's why today, we're diving into 6 sneaky aging habits that might be making you look older, and more importantly, how to stop them now before it's too late. By the end of this video, you'll have practical tools to take control of your appearance, energy, and overall vitality. Before we dive in, though, I want to make one thing crystal clear. This video is for informational purposes only and is based on publicly available research. Everyone's body is unique, so always consult your doctor or a qualified healthcare provider before making any changes to your lifestyle, diet, or exercise routine. Scientific knowledge is always evolving, and what works for one person may not work for another. So, let's keep an open mind and focus on small, manageable steps forward. All right, let's get started with the first habit that could be secretly adding years to your face. And trust me, once you hear this, you'll want to act on it right away. One of the biggest culprits behind premature aging? Poor posture. Now, I know what you're thinking. Posture? Really? Yes, really. Think about it. When you slouch, your shoulders roll forward, your neck cranes downward, and your chest caves in. Over time, this creates a hunched-over look that screams older. But here's the kicker. It doesn't just affect how you look. Bad posture can actually restrict blood flow, compress your lungs, and even lead to chronic pain, which makes you move less and feel worse overall. Here's where science comes in. A study from Northwestern University showed that people who practice good posture tend to report higher levels of confidence and energy. Why? Because standing tall opens up your airways, improves circulation, and sends signals to your brain that you're strong and capable. So, how do you fix it? Start by doing a quick posture check throughout the day. Stand against a wall and press your head, shoulders, and lower back against it. Feel that alignment? Try to mimic it when you're sitting or walking. You can also try exercises like wall angels or yoga poses like mountain pose to strengthen your core and back muscles. It sounds simple, but consistency is key. Just ask my friend Margaret. She started focusing on her posture last year, and now she says strangers think she's at least 5 years younger. Now, let's talk about another aging habit that might surprise you. Skipping sunscreen. I know. Some of you are probably rolling your eyes right now because you've heard this a million times. But hear me out. Sun damage doesn't just happen during beach days or summer vacations. UVA rays penetrate clouds and windows, meaning they're hitting your skin even when you're indoors or driving in your car. According to the Skin Cancer Foundation, regular use of sunscreen can prevent up to 90% of visible signs of aging, including wrinkles, dark spots, and sagging skin. So, what should you do? Make applying sunscreen part of your daily routine, rain or shine. Look for a broad-spectrum SPF 30 or higher. And don't forget areas like your neck, hands, and ears. They're often overlooked, but show age quickly. If you hate the greasy feel of traditional sunscreens, try gel formulas or mineral-based options. And if you're worried about vitamin D deficiency, don't rely on sun exposure. Instead, talk to your doctor about supplements. My neighbor Susan swore off sunscreen for years until her dermatologist pointed out all the sunspots on her hands. She switched to wearing it religiously, and within months, her skin looked smoother and brighter. She tells everyone, "It's the easiest anti-aging trick there is." Okay, we've covered 2 sneaky habits already, poor posture and skipping sunscreen, but there's still more to unpack. In fact, the next habit might hit closer to home than you expect. It's something almost everyone does without realizing how much it impacts their appearance and overall health. Stay tuned, because we're going to dig deeper and uncover even more ways to reclaim your youthful glow. All right, let's keep going. The next aging habit might sound a little surprising, but trust me, it's something that can sneak up on you and make a big difference in how you look and feel. I'm talking about dehydration. Now, you might be thinking, I drink water every day. I'm fine. But here's the thing. As we age, our bodies naturally lose some of their ability to signal thirst. This means it's easier than ever to become mildly dehydrated without even realizing it. And guess what? Dehydration doesn't just leave you feeling tired or sluggish. It can also make your skin look dull, accentuate fine lines, and even cause dark circles under your eyes. Here's why hydration matters so much. Your skin is made up of cells, and those cells need water to function properly. When you're dehydrated, your skin loses elasticity and plumpness, which makes wrinkles more noticeable. A study published in the journal Clinical, Cosmetic, and Investigational Dermatology found that drinking enough water improves skin thickness and density, giving it a healthier, more youthful appearance. So, how much water should you aim for? While the old 8 glasses a day rule is a good starting point, individual needs vary based on factors like activity level and climate. If plain water feels boring, try infusing it with lemon, cucumber, or mint for a refreshing twist. And don't forget, foods like watermelon, cucumbers, and soups count toward your daily intake too. Now, let's shift gears a bit. Another sneaky habit that ages you faster than you'd think? Neglecting your teeth. Yes, dental care plays a huge role in how young, or old, you appear. Think about it. Stained, crooked, or missing teeth can add years to your face, not to mention affect your confidence when smiling or speaking. Plus, gum disease has been linked to serious health issues like heart disease and diabetes, according to research from the Mayo Clinic. That's why taking care of your oral health isn't just about vanity. It's about protecting your whole body. So, what can you do? First, brush twice a day and floss daily. That's non-negotiable. But beyond the basics, consider upgrading your toothbrush to an electric one if you haven't already. Studies show they remove plaque more effectively than manual brushes. And don't skip those regular dental checkups. They're crucial for catching problems early before they escalate. Oh, and here's a tip I learned from my cousin Linda. She started using whitening strips once a week, and now her smile looks brighter and more confident. She says people always compliment her on how radiant she seems, which goes to show that sometimes small changes can have a big impact. Okay, we've tackled posture, sunscreen, hydration, and dental care. But there's another aging habit that might be lurking in your daily routine, and it's one you probably enjoy way too much. Yep, I'm talking about sugar. Let's face it, sugary treats are hard to resist. Whether it's a slice of cake, a handful of cookies, or that fancy latte with whipped cream. But here's the harsh truth. Sugar is one of the biggest offenders when it comes to accelerating aging. It causes something called glycation, where sugar molecules attach to proteins in your skin, like collagen and elastin, and break them down. The result? Sagging skin, wrinkles, and a loss of firmness. If you're skeptical, consider this. A study from the University of California, San Francisco, found that cutting back on added sugars can improve everything from skin clarity to energy levels. So, does this mean you have to give up sweets entirely? Not necessarily. Start by being mindful of hidden sugars in processed foods like sauces, cereals, and snacks. Swap sugary drinks for sparkling water or herbal teas, and satisfy your sweet tooth with natural alternatives like fresh fruit or dark chocolate with at least 70% cocoa content. My friend Tom used to love his afternoon soda, but he switched to flavored seltzer instead. And within weeks, he noticed his skin looked clearer and less puffy. He told me it was such a simple change, but it made a world of difference. Now that we've covered these habits, you might be wondering, how do I stay consistent with all these changes? That's a great question, and it leads us perfectly into the next part of our conversation. Because while knowing what to do is important, actually sticking with it can be the real challenge, especially when life gets busy or motivation wanes. Don't worry though. I've got some strategies to help you overcome those hurdles and build lasting habits. Stay with me, because we're about to dive into how small, sustainable actions can add up to big results over time. All right, let's keep the momentum going because we're almost there. So far, we've talked about posture, sunscreen, hydration, dental care, and cutting back on sugar. 5 sneaky habits that can make you look and feel older than you are. But now it's time to tackle the 6th and final habit. And this one might hit closer to home than any of the others. It's something that affects not just your appearance, but also your energy, mood, and overall quality of life. I'm talking about neglecting movement. Now, before you roll your eyes and say, "I'm too old for exercise," hear me out. Movement doesn't have to mean running marathons or lifting heavy weights at the gym. In fact, research shows that even light physical activity can have a profound impact on how you age. A study from the University of Birmingham found that seniors who incorporated just 10 minutes of strength training into their daily routine saw improvements in balance, muscle tone, and joint health. And here's the kicker. Staying active isn't just about looking younger. It's about feeling stronger and more capable in your own body. So, what counts as movement? Anything that gets you up and moving. Walking around the block, gardening, dancing to your favorite songs, or even doing gentle stretches while watching TV. All of these count. The key is consistency. Start small if you need to. For example, my Uncle Joe started by walking to the mailbox every day. Then he added an extra lap around the yard. Now he walks 2 miles most mornings and says he hasn't felt this good in years. He jokes, "I think I've discovered the fountain of youth." And honestly, he's onto something. Staying active keeps your muscles strong, your joints flexible, and your mind sharp. Plus, it releases endorphins, those feel-good chemicals that boost your mood and reduce stress. But here's the thing. Building new habits can be tough, especially when you're dealing with challenges like pain, fatigue, or lack of motivation. Maybe you've tried to adopt healthier habits in the past, but gave up because it felt overwhelming. Or maybe you're worried it's too late to start now. Let me tell you something. I firmly believe it's never too late to make positive changes. Take Paul, for instance. He didn't start strength training until he was 72. At first, he could barely lift a 5-pound weight without straining. But within months, he noticed he had more energy, less joint pain, and even better balance. His secret? He focused on progress, not perfection. He celebrated small wins, like being able to climb stairs without huffing and puffing, and used those victories to stay motivated. If you're struggling to find the motivation to make these changes, try linking them to something you already enjoy. Love listening to audiobooks? Go for a walk while you listen. Enjoy spending time with grandkids? Play tag or toss a ball with them. It's a workout disguised as fun. Another trick is to create accountability. Find a buddy who shares your goals, whether it's a friend, family member, or neighbor. Knowing someone else is counting on you can make all the difference. And don't underestimate the power of tracking your progress. Keep a simple journal where you jot down what you did each day, no matter how small. Seeing those entries add up can be incredibly rewarding. Now, let's talk about mindset for a moment. One of the biggest barriers to healthy aging isn't physical, it's mental. Many people fall into the trap of thinking, this is just how it is. I'm getting older, so I should expect to slow down. But science tells us otherwise. A landmark study from Johns Hopkins University followed seniors over several decades and found that those who maintained social connections, pursued hobbies, and stayed physically active were significantly less likely to experience cognitive decline or chronic illness. In other words, staying engaged and proactive can help you defy the odds of aging. Here's my challenge to you. Instead of seeing aging as a decline, see it as an opportunity to reinvent yourself. Try learning a new skill, joining a community group, or volunteering for a cause you care about. These activities not only keep your brain sharp, but also give you a sense of purpose and fulfillment. My Aunt Margaret took up painting in her late 60s. All right, we've covered a lot of ground today. 6 sneaky aging habits that might be making you look and feel older, along with practical steps to stop them in their tracks. Let's take a moment to recap what we've learned, because these small changes can truly add up to big results over time. First, we talked about posture. Standing tall doesn't just make you look confident. It improves your breathing, reduces pain, and gives you an instant youthful boost. Then, we discussed sunscreen. Protecting your skin from UV damage is one of the simplest yet most powerful ways to preserve its health and radiance. Hydration came next, reminding us that glowing skin starts from within. We also covered dental care, which isn't just about having a bright smile. It's about safeguarding your overall health. Cutting back on sugar was another key point. Reducing those empty calories can do wonders for your skin, energy levels, and even your mood. And finally, we emphasized the importance of movement. Staying active keeps your body strong, your mind sharp, and your spirit lifted. Now, I know adopting all these habits at once might feel overwhelming, but here's the beauty of it. You don't have to overhaul your life overnight. Start with 1 or 2 that resonate with you the most. Maybe it's drinking more water or adding a short walk to your day. Once those become second nature, layer in another habit. Progress, not perfection, is the name of the game. Let me leave you with this thought. Aging doesn't mean losing control of your health or happiness. It means taking charge in smarter, more intentional ways. You have the power to shape how you age, and every choice you make, no matter how small, brings you closer to living your best life. As Dr. Michael Greger, a renowned expert on nutrition and longevity, often says, the choices we make today determine the quality of our tomorrows. So why not choose actions that honor your body, mind, and spirit? Before we wrap up, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these habits resonated with you the most? Are you ready to stand taller, drink more water, or swap sugary snacks for healthier options? Share your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one, and your insights might inspire someone else watching this video. And if you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. That way, you'll never miss a tip or trick to help you thrive at any age. Lastly, I want to leave you with a little challenge. Pick one habit we talked about today and commit to trying it for the next 7 days. Just 7 days. Whether it's applying sunscreen every morning, going for a 10-minute walk, or drinking an extra glass of water each day, see how it makes you feel. Chances are, you'll notice a difference, and that small win will motivate you to keep going. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Remember, aging is inevitable, but looking and feeling old isn't. With the right mindset and tools, you can embrace this stage of life with confidence, vitality, and joy. Here's to living your best life at 60, 70, 80, and beyond.